Oh my gosh. What did I wake up to? I woke up nice and early, 7:30. I go on Twitter like I do every single morning to check if there's any recent update with the world or even the baseball community. And sure enough, there was. The entire, I shouldn't say the entire, 40% of the Marlins roster has tested positive for the corona. What does that mean for the rest of the 2020 Major League Baseball season? We're going to talk about that first and foremost because it's breaking news. Also, you guys saw in the title that the Yankees were caught cheating. I'm going to show you guys the video, but to me, it's very much a non-story. So if you're a Yankees fan, don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone sees how bogus it is. So we'll get to that in just a second. But aside from the breaking stories, yesterday was a really fun day of baseball. We have Nelson Cruz doing something that a lot of 40-year-olds can't do. The Braves absolutely dismantled the New York Mets, and then also the first ejection of 2020 actually happened. So we're going to see how that went down. But yeah, if you guys are brand new to the channel, this is a series called MLB Recap where we do exactly that. We recap the MLB, and we're going to just kickstart with the breaking news. Let's do this. So if you guys missed it, if you live under a rock, the Phillies just played the Marlins. It was a really good series. The Marlins are playing well above expectations, and they actually won the series. Bryce Harper hit a home run, and it didn't matter because the Marlins offense really against the Phillies bullpen, it just didn't matter. They were going to score 5 to 10 runs every single game. And then it came out this morning that on top of the 3 positive tests that they already have talking about the Marlins, that spiked all the way up to 13 between players and staff. Now, if you guys don't know, there's a 113-page agreement between Major League Baseball and the players and all the teams involved about how 2020 is going to be structured. There's not one single protocol from Robert Manfred about how to deal with this. It's on a case-by-case basis depending on if the team has an outbreak or not. So technically the Marlins should have never played in the series against the Phillies. It should have been postponed or maybe even canceled, but instead Miguel Rojas, who raked in this series versus the Phillies, came out and said that he was texting all the players, and not one of them spoke up and said that they should not play. They all said, you know what, we should be fine, we're ready to go, baseball's finally back, we're going to go ahead and play. And you put the entire season at risk. So from 3 players, they said that's good enough for us. I don't think that anyone else is going to get infected. All the way up to 13, which health advisors have called this an official breakout. Now, Derek Jeter did come out and release a statement pretty much saying that, you know, spring training 2.0 went kind of well, and then the season started off okay, but now they have to have some questions answered, and realistically, we don't have answers for those questions that we all have right now. Derek Jeter is saying that we're going to try and get through this. Jeff Passan of ESPN, he came out and said this.
Could you ever see a situation like that where we continue on, charge on with the season, but the Miami Marlins just will not finish it?
Yeah, that's certainly a possibility, Molly. And I think that's what Major League Baseball is discussing right now. And it's going to be interesting to see how Rob Manfred, the commissioner, handles this today.
So I think that we're all smart people. We all knew that there was a chance that this could happen this year. And considering MLB is the only sport that isn't playing in a bubble, I mean, this was bound to happen. You have dummies going out and, you know, risking the whole season, going in an Uber or having a Tinder date come over. They're just not being completely safe. But if you're in a bubble, that stuff cannot happen. So I think we should have considered that. I think it's far too late already. But I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that the Marlins are going to ruin the 2020 season? Or I shouldn't say the Marlins in general. Do you think the corona is going to put the season at a halt? Do you think it's going to postpone? What's going to happen today? Because like I mentioned, the Yankees versus the Phillies game has officially been canceled for today because the Yankees are not trying to play in the same dugout in the same clubhouse as where the Marlins just were, and I don't blame them. The Yankees have their own staff. They're just... this sucks. Now, because we just brought up the Yankees, I do want to go ahead and show a clip right now of a supposed video of a Yankee member getting caught pointing a camera at the home plate catcher. Now, this is from Yankee Stadium. The only thing is, I can't tell if this is from 2018, which is when the supposed video was taken. It looks like it was recorded off a Nokia phone from 1991 before I was born. I don't think that this is factual. Now, they did blur the face, and apparently there are videos out there where the face is not blurred because they want to try and protect this person just in case it does come out that there was cheating involved. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and say, Yankees fans, you should be fine because this looks like someone is just stirring up the pot. But for right now, today, all you have to worry about is that the Yankees, they beat the Nationals yesterday, even though Patrick Corbin had a really good start.
In the 4th inning.
Voit
That one is driven to left field and deep. Going back, Taylor on the track at the wall. See ya!
On to Torres. Swung on and drilled to left center field. There's a base hit. Hicks rounds third. He'll score.
The first ejection of the 2020 season went down as Mitch Keller carried the Pirates to a 5-1 victory over the Cardinals. The Pirates are actually looking pretty decent. The Cardinals, I don't know what's going to happen with them. They're a good team one day, and then they don't play well the next. They're so confusing. And then also, Ji-Man Choi, the left-handed bat, all of a sudden, he's a switch hitter. So we're going to go ahead and show the Pirates ejection as well as Mitch Keller, and then Ji-Man Choi hitting a home run from the right-hand side of the batter's box. Just blew my mind.
Ji-Man Choi comes up hitting right-handed, and this time he smokes one. Left center and gone. We told you he had just been messing around hitting right-handed.
And it's shot off the right side back into the corner. Linares will wave him home. Rays are going to win it. 2-pitch.
As Moran drives one to right.
Deep to right, and this one is out of here, a home run.
The stretch by Birdie and the pitch. And there's that breaking ball, an appeal, and he rings him up for the strikeout and raise the Jolly Roger as...
Now for the Reds game, I had to go John Boy style because I wanted to show you this clip. Trevor Bauer has 13 Ks on the day. He's about to get taken out, and he pretends to throw the ball over center field like he did last year with the Indians. I thought that was really funny. Unfortunately, though, the Reds, they did lose another game against the Tigers as CJ Cron is playing like a big boy. Kyle Lewis is a god. This man has 2 home runs on the season already, and he lifted the Mariners to their first win in 16 tries versus the Astros. Now, one thing I do want to note about the Astros as well is the fact that Justin Verlander, he has a forearm strain. It was reported that he was out with an elbow injury. He tweeted that, yo, that's false. He's going to be reevaluated in a couple weeks, but for right now, I want to focus on the M's. Quick little round of applause. They finally beat the Astros. Shohei Ohtani did not look good yesterday. He was knocked around and did not record a single out as Sean Murphy and the A's pretty much destroyed the Angels. Now, we'll say Matt Andresi or Andrice, however you say his name. He did an excellent job at filling in for Shohei, only allowed 1 run. So I wanted to give him a round of applause as well. But Ohtani, his average fastball was 92 miles an hour. He didn't look good. And the A's, they win the series. Now, we saw Justin Verlander go down with an injury. He's won a few Cy Youngs in his career. And speaking of someone that has won a few Cy Youngs, Corey Kluber made his first start since 2019 when he broke his forearm on a comebacker back to the mound. He left after 1 inning. He had shoulder tightness. And I can tell you guys right now, I've been editing so much that my shoulder is a little tight. I could not imagine throwing a full Major League game. Now, unfortunately for Kluber, he did have to give the reins over to someone else, and Trevor Story took care of the rest. So yeah, the story of the game is Trevor Story as he powers the Rockies with 2 home runs, and they pretty easily beat the Rangers.
And Trevor hits it in the air to Gallo, deep right field. Did he get it? You bet! 2-1. And that one is long gone. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. Second dick shot here in Texas.
Speaking of a team that pretty easily beat another team, the Braves dismantled the Mets. They won by a score of 14-1, and to be honest with you guys, the Mets pitching staff, they look like they need 2 or 3 more weeks of spring training just to look comfortable against a solidified offense, whether it's the Braves, the Dodgers, any other team that has a great squad going into 2020. I just don't know what's going to happen with the Mets considering Stroman's down, Porcello looked awful, now they might have to go with Michael Wacha today. They just, nah. So Dansby Swanson and Jhoulys Chacin, they shined in the Braves game yesterday. So we're going to introduce a brand new segment to MLB Recap. So yesterday we did Fielding with Fuzzy. Now we have Who Hit It Further. We have Joey Gallo of the Rangers hitting an absolute dong, and then also Austin Riley hit a blast as well. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. We're going to show the clips, and then you predict who hit it further.
Freeland's 1-0, and that ball hit high, very deep, out to right, gone! And there you see it, the first massive home run of the year for Joey Gallo.
That one is hammered left field, way out of here. Austin Riley, look out off the facade of that top deck. My goodness.
Austin Riley's home run was 458 feet. Joey Gallo's was 437. So Austin Riley, he takes the crown. Now, I do want to go ahead and mention Nelson Cruz because he is doing things that you're not supposed to do. He is the 4th oldest player in Major League Baseball history to have 7 RBIs in a single game. So he ruined Luis Robert's first Major League home run. And also, speaking of Luis Robert, I do want to go ahead and highlight him real quick. So he has his first home run. His first base hit was almost 116 miles an hour. He has an elite foot sprint speed at 30 feet per second, which is up there with Byron Buxton and Trey Turner. And also, he made a catch with a 30% catch probability. So he does it all. He is a 5-tool player. But the Twins offense, you just can't stop them. We're going to go ahead and show the highlights from the Indians and the Cubs games because they won pretty easily yesterday. I do want to showcase Carlos Carrasco and Jose Ramirez, as Jose Ramirez had a home run from both sides of the plate. Cookie had 10 strikeouts and a side of milk as he secured the W. And then the Cubs, they just really took advantage of the Brewers pitching staff. The Brewers pitching staff looks almost as bad as the Mets going into the season, and I just don't know how the Brewers are going to make the playoffs this year. I don't see it.
Jose hammers it deep right field. Back is Cordero. He's out of room. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ramirez rocks one to deep left field. Down the line it goes, and it is gone. A home run for Ramirez.
Contreras launches, and it will get way out of here. The 3-1 is hit high and deep to left. Yelich will watch it go.
Rizzo cracks one in the air, deep left field. This has got a chance, and it is going to be gone.
The Giants versus the Dodgers. Who came out on top? The Giants. I never would have thought I would say that, but they won a second game against the Dodgers, and I have to eat my dust, or whatever the saying is, because I said the Giants were going to get swept by the Dodgers, and I couldn't be further from the truth. So even though Julio Urias threw a pretty good game, and he's going to have to fill in for Clayton Kershaw and also David Price, the Giants, I tip my cap. They won 2 games. The Orioles have won their first series of 2020, and it came over the Boston Red Sox. Now, say what you want about the Orioles. The Red Sox, dude, what is their pitching staff the worst in all of baseball? I've talked about the Brewers today. I've talked about the Mets. I mean, at least the Mets have an ace in Jacob deGrom. At least the Red Sox have a serviceable starter in Eduardo Rodriguez, but I'm pretty sure that he was shut down, so the Red Sox don't really have anyone. So I guess I'm going to ask a question. Who has the worst pitching staff in all of baseball? I wanted to go ahead and give a quick little shout out to the Orioles offense because Anthony Santander and Rio Ruiz, they carried them to a 7-4 W over the Boston Red Sox. The final team that had a chance to go 60-0 was the San Diego Padres, and I'm not going to say anything. Did they get the W over the Diamondbacks or did they not? Let's roll it.
And Pham drives one to left field. Peralta going back, still going. It's going to be caught out there in left field to right field, and that ball is going to get in.
Jammed him with a fastball back to the mound. Archie recovers, and the Diamondbacks have their first win in 2020.
All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for today's MLB recap. Justin Verlander has a forearm strain, even though it was reported that he had an elbow injury and would be out the entire 2020 season. That was debunked. The Marlins have 13 positive tests. Is the season going to get canceled? The Yankees were supposedly caught cheating. This was a very roller coaster MLB recap, but thank you guys if you made it until the end. If you did, go ahead and leave a like as well as subscribe on the video if you are not. Now, I do want to also mention that the NHL, they put some salt in our wounds. They came out today that in almost 5,000 tests, not a single positive case was found, and they are ready to resume action. So Major League Baseball is completely dropping the ball. I knew as soon as I saw this picture from Robert Manfred where there was lightning in the background that this season was definitely going to be in jeopardy. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any opinions, please let me know. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and show this day in Major League Baseball history. Hopefully I see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully the season does not get postponed. I'll see you there.
Base is still loaded for Willingham. And he swings at the first pitch, and this one's hit well, and it's not coming back. Grand slam home run on the first pitch. And that one's belted. That's coming our way. And another long home run for Willingham.
Lifted in the air toward left center field. Peter Borges over.